All right, Football Digest fan comes for the Chelsea versus Man United game at the Bridge. Another draw. I'm joined by man like Brian. Buda, Stamford Bridge mulisema mtaishinda.
I think team zote mbili zilikuwa zinaogopana.
Yeah?
See, Ten Hag alisema he has studied Porter, so I think what he was avoiding is another defeat. So Porter has already won one game this year, so what he's avoiding, I think he was avoiding to lose 3. So I think kuna hiyo tu woga, but it was a good game. United deserved to win in the first half. They had several chances, but in the second half, they fall asleep. So I think both teams were lucky to get a point.
You feel overall like that's the most appropriate scoreline that should have been that game, going by the performances?
No.
Kuna team ilikuwa deserve kushinda hii game.
I think both teams have been performing well. Chelsea, the last game I watched.
No, just for this game, when your team mbili zimeperform, a draw was appropriate.
No. United will feel like they deserve to win the game. Anthony had a chance. Ni kama hiyo mguu yake ya right ni ya kupanda kitanda pekee. But only if he works on his right leg, then he can bang goals. Rashford wasted a chance. I can't say we miss Ronaldo. The strikers just need to work on their finishing. So yeah, I think United deserve to win.
Yeah, I was talking to Brian before, another Brian, Brian Water Nukawa Man United, and I was telling him Ten Hag has shown some balls to actually kick out Ronaldo out after his antics last. Was it during the Spurs game or the Newcastle game? The Spurs game. That's some balls to kick him out.
If you follow up his history, there's a player at Ajax when Ten Hag was the coach. He requested the player to come on in the 78th minute. And then what did the player do? The same situation with Ronaldo. The player ended up training with the under-23s for 3 weeks. So I think he shows what he needs to do, and he has shown that if Ronaldo is benched, imagine Elanga misbehaving. So I think the team needs to behave. It's the same way with Arteta. Remember the period during Oba. So I think Ten Hag has the balls, and if we keep up the same spirit, and I think he has support from the board, so I think we're on the right path.
The right path. All right. Lastly, do you think Arsenal are title contenders?
It's hard to tell. We're
in October, 11 games in now.
Remember the World Cup is coming.
Yes.
In your squad, you must have several players who will be playing for the World Cup.
For sure.
There are teams that don't have players who will be going for the World Cup.
They're not contending for the league, those ones.
No, you can't say they're not contending for the league. You can't know how far your players will go in the World Cup. Yes. It's unpredictable. So all that Arsenal fans can hope for is their players not to be called for the national teams or their national teams to underperform. Yeah. If that happens, then they have a chance of winning the league. But if they happen to proceed further, then the chances are so risky. Yeah. So that's what I can say.
Is this you not trying to say Arsenal is a title contender? No. Not big about the bush, just say it.
No, I'm not beating about the bush. Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying is very legit, by the way. Yeah. But forget all that. Hiyo itakuja. Kwenye tuko size? Living in the moment?
Tuko October.
Yes.
We have World Cup in November.
3 months
December.
in.
So remember, we can
just say it.
What do I have to say? Man City at your back. They are watching you. Yes. So, yeah, you have a chance of winning the league. But remember Pep. He's always watching closely. Yeah. If you drop points, then he might go on the 18 unbeaten games. Yeah. You know him. So, if Arteta gambles his cards well, then he has a chance to win the league. Yeah, you never know. This is football.
All right, thank you, Brian. All the best.